Hi everyone on Instagram. Hi everyone on Facebook. Welcome. So glad that you're able to join us. Just while people are kind of connecting, and please feel free to send your questions in. Any questions that you have, I would love to answer. I hope that you feel amazing today. And if you don't, you will. You will in the next 30 minutes or so. So just while everybody's joining, I would like to give a shout out to Fred Nalda and to the team at Rose Hills, because I know that you all tune in to the lives, and I know that you're applying all these principles in your lives. So bravo to all of you, and hi to all of you. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Denise Byrne in Ireland. Just a big hi to you, and I really like your surname, Denise, a lot. But hi to you and much love. And let me just see who we have. Talking to us. Hi everyone. Every day you're grateful. Hi from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. I'm super grateful too. Hi, India. Hello, everyone. Okay, so the talk today is what it means to be free. And that might sound a little maybe it sounds a little boring, right? What it means to be free is not boring. It's actually what you want, believe it or not. And so what it means to be free is to be free of, just imagine this, it's almost hard for any human being to imagine it, but it is absolutely possible to be free of negative emotions. So to be free of any disturbance of your emotions. Emotions may come, but they don't stick to you. They're just energy, and they just pass on by. They don't affect you. And so to be free of hurt, where you can't be hurt at all by anybody, to be free of anxiety and stress and worry, to be free of disappointment and anger and hate, to be free of unhappiness and feeling down, just not ever having another day like that, for example. And so it's a really big deal just to be free of negative emotions. Just imagine how your life would change, because if you're free of all of those things, then you're happy. And when you're happy, you just manifest everything really, really fast. And happiness is your true nature. So to be free, I'm just looking at some notes I've made here, because I want to make sure that I tell you all of these things, because they're so important. To be free means that you are free of any person, circumstance, or event affecting you adversely in any way whatsoever. So that's another big deal, right? I mean, you just think of anything rough or tough that's happened this year, and you would not be affected by it. You would just still be just as happy as you've always been. To be free of the fear of death. And so we've all been given that gift, right? To be free of the fear of death, because you know that the consciousness of you never dies. And so it's not something you believe, it's something that you've come to know and experience for yourself. And that's why I'm doing these talks, because I want you to get to the place where your happiness cannot be disturbed, where you are fearless because you are no longer affected by fear, and where you know without a doubt that you're eternal, right? So, because all of those things you are, that's not something you have to get to. You are that already. You're already happiness. You're already eternal. You already cannot be hurt or harmed, the real you. So I'm not talking about the person, because the person is an experience that we're having. And as wondrous as it is, it's also a little tricky. It's a little tricky in that the mind trips us up, and sabotages us and can cause some problems for us. So, okay, to be free means to be free of the blessed mind. That you no longer believe it's negative thoughts that are not true. You're no longer tormented by those thoughts or suffer from any of those thoughts. It's a really, really big deal. You are not fearful of future events. You are not tormented by past memories and regrets. There are no memories that are coming up that would disturb you. You don't have this mind that's just like thought after thought after thought every single day that you're having to deal with. So you become free of the mind. And so instead of the mind telling you all of these things that aren't helping you in your life and that harm you in your life and that hurt you, instead you use your mind for what you were meant to use it for, which is to manifest what you want, right? And so to be free means to be free of the mind. And that also means, because the mind creates problems, that means you will be free of all problems too. Just imagine that, no problems. Because I think a lot of us, certainly I did anyway, in my life, you're just going from putting out one spot fire of a problem to the next, right? You go through your whole life just putting out spot fires of problems. And of course, when you focus on a problem, you attract more of them. So that's the interesting thing about problems. So when you are free, nothing is a problem anymore, ever. So that's worth it too, is it not? Let me just check that. I want to make sure that, this is a good one. To be free means to be free of wanting other people's approval. Wow, so big, so big. Wanting to please others. That means you don't ever, ever, ever have to do anything that you don't want to do. There are no haves, there are no musts, there are no shoulds, there are none of those. Because wanting others' approval restricts your life, and you end up by living your life for others instead of living the life that you are meant to live, right? So, and do you know what? You can never please everybody anyway. What we're talking about is a whole lot of egos, and that pretty well they can't be pleased most of the time. And so if you are not seeking approval, you will have the most incredible effect on everybody that you come into contact with. So you see, it's a really interesting thing that when you free yourself of those things, then you have a positive influence in the world and on everybody's lives around you. To be free means to be free of beliefs that are not true and that sabotage your life. But when you believe them, then they will be true in your life. So I just want to give you a handful of world beliefs that most of us kind of grew up with. Society conditioned us to believe these things. That you have to work hard for money. That is a mental concept. That is a belief. That is not true. It's not true. But if you believe it's true, that will be your life. You will have to work hard for money. Another belief, you have to suffer and struggle to get somewhere. If you believe that, that will be true. It is not true of life. It isn't true. And so these beliefs, we can just let these beliefs go right now and just say, off with you. I don't want you in my life. Next one is you have to do something to get something because you don't get anything for nothing. Okay? You have to do something to get something because you don't get anything for nothing. Not true. It's not true. And so there's another belief that you can let go of. Here's another one. If something is simple, then it's not very valuable, it's not very significant, and it's not important. There is no belief that couldn't be further from the truth than that belief, right? Because the things that are the most true, that are true in life, are the simple things. And the things that are complicated is the mind. The truth is simple. The mind complicates life. The mind is wonderful, but it's just there for you to use to manifest what you want in this life. So to be free means to be free of beliefs that limit your life, because you're unlimited. So to be free, let me just summarize this. To be free means to be free of the psychological mind. Okay, the psychological mind is the one that says you shouldn't have done that. Why you shouldn't have done that. You're eating way too much. You're putting on too much weight. You're really clumsy. My boss doesn't like me. All of those kinds of things is the psychological mind, the one that's commenting all the time, right? It's just commenting non-stop. What it means to be free is to be free of the psychological mind. That has no purpose whatsoever. And so so then your next question is, right, how can I be free of that? How can I be free of all these things? Well, that's why I wrote my latest book, The Greatest Secret, and all of my books help you to be free. The Secret is your first step to freedom, right? And all of the books give you a step to freedom. The Greatest Secret is a big step to freedom because it's telling you who you are, and ultimately that's your destination. So the Greatest Secret and these lives are what I'm doing to help set you free from the mind, and so that you can live a life of happiness, and so that you can live the life that you deserve. Somebody's saying that they're missing all the good points because the video pauses. Is anybody else finding that? The video's smooth. Good. Okay. Hi, Erica. Hi. Just want to say hi to everybody before I hope that those things helped you, and now you'll understand why being free is the most important thing ever. And you know something? We value our freedom so much. We can't bear it when our freedom is restricted. That's why in society they imprison people, because it's to take away their freedom, they think it's to take away their freedom. To take away their freedom, which them is one of the worst penalties that you can ever bestow on somebody, is to take away their freedom. So inherently, we kind of know the truth, that freedom is really, really important to us. Simone, I love you too. Noelle is saying the video has paused many times. So if it is doing that for you, just make sure that you watch the replay, because it won't be pausing on the replay, and we will look at technically anything at this end. Maybe it's at your end, maybe it's our end, we'll find out. So hi England, Southern California, hey Canada, hi Canada. I've been watching this really cool show called Alone. Have any of you seen this show? My God, it's incredible. It's so incredible. I don't watch reality shows. I do love dramas, but I've been watching the show, and just Canada made me think of it. And it's really interesting because all of these people are put in isolated situations with no crew, nothing. They have to find their own food. They have to survive themselves. And they're allowed to take 10 things to these isolated locations. But you know what happens? It's so extraordinary. It's in the end, a real spiritual journey. And this is what would happen to every single one of us if we're in the same situation. Everything in their life that they have suppressed rises up for them to address it. And so every one of them goes through this journey. And do you know what? It's never about the physical. It's not about physically surviving, even though they've got to hunt for their own food and fish for their own food. The one thing that brings every one of them down in the end is their mind, and listening to the thoughts and believing the thought. It's an incredible show. Hey, hi Helga from Stockholm, Sweden. Hi from Belgium. Okay. Oh, yes, look at all the hearts. I can't believe all those hearts. Hi, everybody from Instagram. Oh, hi, Miranda. It's so nice to have you here. Love you so much. Serbia. Oh, hi from Melbourne. That's my hometown. Hi from Spain. Oh, this is heaven. Okay, so let's do some questions, and there are so many amazing questions. How do I choose? It's like Sophie's Choice, really hard. So I'm going to just try and choose some questions that I feel will help everybody, as much, that are more general and that can help everybody rather. I've got to stop looking at all of your notes because all I want to do is talk to you all. Okay, so first question is, I read and loved The Secret and Magic books, and I'm fighting to get the life I'm dreaming of. I feel like I've had moments of breakthroughs and that I'm close to my dreams, but my timing doesn't seem to be working. How do I take it to the next level? How do I find that ultimate freedom with the universe? Okay, so Corora Jones asked this question. I hope I got that right. So first of all, I just want to go back to something you said. I'm fighting to get the life I'm dreaming of. And this is why I wanted to just answer this question. You can't fight with anything because you will attract more fighting. You'll attract more fighting for what you want, and your dream life will never come to you. I want to just tell you about manifestation because it's effortless, okay? It's light and it's effortless. There's no effort involved. When you're fighting, when you're pushing, you don't believe that you have what you're wanting, it's not going to come. You're going to keep creating, not having it. Because you're creating all the time. So you're either manifesting it or you're creating not manifesting it, or the absence of it. So manifestation is like I once used to think that it's as light as a feather. So there's this effortless feeling that you have inside of you when you want to manifest. It's just like this feeling of peace and happiness, and you just know that it's going to come, and you know that a single thought that you focus on will manifest. You have all power to manifest whatever you want, all power. And so if you don't believe in the power that you have, then you're going to really push and pull and fight. So no fighting. Okay, so that's that one. Let me look at another one here. Oh, this is just a simple one. Pascal has asked, any tips and advice on how I can reach my dream to become an American citizen and have a wonderful life over there as a European? How can I manifest it? So this is what I would do if I were you. And you're saying you want to become an American citizen, you're not saying you want a green card. And so what I would do is I would look online for an American passport, what it looks like. I would print it out. I'd put my photograph over the passport picture, and I'd put my name in it. Then I would put that on a vision board, and where I would see it every day, or put it on your refrigerator, or put it on your laptop, right? Make a screensaver of it and put it on your laptop so that your subconscious mind is seeing it all the time. Okay, your conscious mind might not be, but your subconscious mind will be seeing it all of the time. And then feel the feelings of what it would be like to be an American citizen. You could also watch a citizenship ceremony online if they have them. I don't know if they do, but if they do, you could kind of watch a ceremony where people are receiving their citizenship and imagine that you're there. You could also go to the citizenship website and go through all of the questions where you have to learn all the answers. I had to learn all those, like 100 or something of them, where you have to learn everything about American history. So you could do that too. Yeah, it's great, right? So then you're just using physical objects to help you believe. That's all you're doing. But those kinds of things really help so much. So, okay, so next, what does this say? Oh, Gibraltar, Julie, wow. From Gibraltar. Hi from Minnesota. Hi from the UK. Working hard and dieting, wanting to see results. See it in your mind. You've got to see it in your mind. And then you'll see it in the world. You've got to see it in your mind first. You really do. That's the way that it works. Somebody's manifested their dream home from The Secret. Wow, so cool. Okay, Sandra. I think this is Sandra from Instagram. After a car accident, I've been in pain for the last 21 years. It will never go away. Tomorrow is my 50th birthday, but I'm chronically depressed because of the pain, trying to enjoy the little things, but it's not working. So first of all, I want to say, Sandra, that you are really, really powerful. And so you cannot ever say the pain will never go away and change your circumstances. You see, you can't say, because you're so powerful that then you're going to create that, right? And so you have to see the pain gone in your mind to manifest it in the world. So just imagine what it would be like to be free of all painful sensations. And the other thing is you're also identifying with depression because you said, I am chronically depressed. Well, you know, the real you is not chronically depressed, but there is the energy of depression in your body at the moment. So if you can, and this is just a suggestion, just an invitation, if you can instead say that the energy of depression is passing through this body, okay? If you have to say anything, I'm just trying to encourage you not to label yourself with anything you don't want. And that goes for all of us. Look, sometimes I'll find myself doing it, giving myself a label. I'm like, what? Why would I say that? Why would I say that? Why would I stick that to me? So I just got this incredible image of sticking all labels of everything we want over us, right? Like happiness, joy, intelligence, clarity, beauty. I just got this wonderful image of that. You are so powerful that you will keep yourself in the place that you are identified with or that you are declaring that you are. Okay, so you can be free of your current situation, but you have to see it in your mind first. And then you will attract the circumstances that set you free. The person continues on, and this letter I just feel helps me to say a whole lot of things to people out there that are suffering in pain, okay? So no matter what, or suffering with depression or any kind of physical or mental or emotional difficulty that they might be facing. The person continues, I'm exhausted from fighting to even try to have a bit of a life. My pain is incurable. My depression getting to the highest level. And so these words are really powerful. And there's nothing incurable. In my world, there is nothing incurable. I will not accept that. I know that the universe has infinite ways of freeing you from this situation. Infinite. There have been so many miracles that have happened, and something can happen for you too. So if you can just focus on the solution and not on the problem, and I know it's not easy, but to be free, that's what you need to do. That's what you've got to do. There are infinite ways you can be free of the pain. I don't care what anybody says. And you can have a great life. Even if you say it was a car accident, even if you refer to memory and go back and remember what it was like before you had the car accident and just use memory to just, because For the law of attraction, or for the spiritual laws, there's no time. And so those laws don't know if you are thinking of something in the past or if it is something in the future, or it's all now for the spiritual laws. So just see yourself, use memory, and just see yourself before you had the accident, how you felt. And I really hope that that has helped you a lot, and anybody else that might be suffering in that way. Let me look for some more questions. Hi from Veracruz. Wow, that's amazing. Hi from the secret Mexico. Hi there, everybody. Hi everyone on Instagram. I'm so happy that you're all here. Okay, let me see. I'm just looking for another question. Okay, so here's an interesting question. This person has obviously read The Greatest Secret, and they're saying, if we created this world for fun and for the joy of it, why do we have to suffer? And why can we only wake up when we're in human form? What is the point of it all? Why do we forget who we really are? Okay, so it's a really simple answer. It's not complicated. We did it for the experience of it, knowing full well that we can ultimately never be hurt or harmed, knowing also that we're eternal. So we did it to have this experience. We did it for the joy of it. We did it for the joy of the creation of in a material world. We did it for the thrill of it. And we did it knowing that we're eternal. We did it knowing that we're all powerful. We did it knowing that we have every opportunity to wake up to the truth of who we are. And we knew that we would find our way home eventually. We knew that we would find the truth eventually. So we did it for the simple joy of experiencing a material world with a lot of objects. And isn't it an incredible world? Isn't it amazing? With all of the animals and nature, it's so beautiful. And the love that we feel for each other is so beautiful, even with the hot spots in the world. You know, there is just so much love that we all have for our family and for each other and our friends and our spouses. So we did it for all of this. And I know somebody that referred to us as the divine dreamer. And it is like that. We are like a divine dreamer. And we're having this extraordinary dream. And if we don't wake up from the dream, you know what it's like if you're dreaming. If you don't wake up, you just keep dreaming, right? And so that's why we need to wake up in physical form. Once you wake up, you don't dream anymore. And so it's really, really simple. We're just doing it for the experience of it. And I know that it can be really, really tough, and it breaks my heart when I see people struggling or doing jobs that they don't want to do, or they feel trapped and that they're doing a job that they don't want to do. All of those things are really heartbreaking. It doesn't have to be like that. You can be free. You can be free of all of those things. It just takes some steps, right, to be free. So, okay. Next question is, I don't even know what the time is, but I'm not even going to look because I want to do these questions. Okay. So this person asks, how do I stop beating myself up for my past mistakes in order to move forward? Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone. That's life. We all make mistakes. Some of us make bigger ones, some of us make smaller ones, but we all make mistakes. Don't let your mistakes define who you are. And don't focus on them. Leave them behind in the past. Because if you're looking at mistakes, what you're doing is you're just regurgitating memory through the mind. You're basically reliving a mistake over and over and over when it's something that happened in the past and it's done with. It's gone and it's done with. You're the only one that can continue to perpetuate it through here, just by thinking back and focusing on it. So leave it behind. Let it be gone. Let it be something that's dead and gone and buried, and just move on. Just let it go. And if the mind throws up those things again, then just don't believe those thoughts. Just say, I'm not interested. If you don't energize a memory, it'll disappear. Doesn't matter how traumatic it is. If you don't energize it, it will completely disappear. And one thing you could do, if you wanted to do this, is create a ceremony. If you feel, I can't just let it go just like that, then you could write out on a piece of paper, mistake. I hope you don't write out too many, but write out on a piece of paper your mistakes, and you can have a ceremony of then burning that piece of paper, right? Or throwing that piece of paper in the trash, tearing it up into little pieces and then throwing it in the trash, so that you really feel that you're letting go of it. Please don't define yourself by mistakes. They are not who you are. They're not who you are. You're perfect. You are perfect. And in this experience of the world, we have imperfections. It's fine. So what? Just move on. Okay. So, time's going by. I want to do this one. Okay. Sometimes the names, I want to say hi to it. Hi, Randall from South Africa. Hi, Caleb. I'm so happy and grateful to be right here with you here too. Thank you so much. Hello from San Bernardino. Yay. Bruce says The Greatest Secret is his favourite book. Now I'm going to cry. Okay, so also everybody, look at all those hearts. It's so beautiful. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Hi from Germany. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So I've got two more questions that I want to answer that I think are really great questions, and that I think that everybody might be able to relate to this. How do you become free of big regrets and resentments towards someone because of a situation that was unjust? So, everybody has regrets. Everybody. But when you're free, you don't regret anything anymore. I've got to tell you, I don't regret anything, because you realize that everything led you to the place of being free, and that's what everything in your life is leading you right now, to the place of you being free and realizing your incredible true nature. So everybody has also experienced betrayal of trust, right? I sure have, multiple times over. Really good at attracting that. Everybody's been burned. But life is not about those circumstances. Life is about how you respond to those situations. And it's so important that you don't blame anybody and you don't blame yourself. Because I think a lot of the time, if we've suffered a betrayal, deep down we're blaming ourselves for having fallen for it, for not having seen it, and so right at the root of it all, we're blaming the other person, but really we're blaming ourselves. Don't blame anyone. You just attract more circumstances where you will blame. So Don't blame anybody. Don't blame yourself. This was an experience that you had to have. Believe me, I've had them. I am sure most of the people out there have had all of those experiences too. It's no big deal. Guess what? It's part of life. It's okay. So, and especially, don't believe any thoughts from now on that have anything to do with that situation, because once again, it's only the thoughts that are regurgitating it. It's if you have suffered some kind of betrayal or an unjust situation, it's something in the past, right? It's not here right now. It's something in the past. And so just leave it. It's gone. Just let it go into the past and don't bring it into your life now. And just be like, oh, if you can, be fresh, fresh of all of that baggage, fresh of all of those burdens that are in your mind. Just be fresh and clear, totally clear. So one of the things that I found, if you want to just sort of relax a little bit, and you know what, I discovered this in the dentist chair, and I was having dental work done, and I noticed that I was like clenching, like I had my hands on the chair, and I noticed that I was clenching. Oh my God. And I'm like, look, I'm clenching. That's contraction, right? And so instead what I did was I just opened the palms of my hands like this. Well, you know what? You really can't be tense if you're opening the palms of your hand. And so for the rest of the appointment, I just stayed like that. And I was super, super relaxed. So that's just something, if you're feeling a little tense over something, is to just open your hands out like that and the palms of your hands open. Okay, so I've got one more. Question from, I've got so many questions. Okay. I'm just looking at, I just want to find. Hi from Scotland. Hi, Julie. So nice to have you here. All right. Claire from South Africa says, I've read The Greatest Secret and I'm struggling with purpose. We are all infinite beings and our true nature is pure happiness and no suffering, and this human existence is not real. Then how do you have purpose? I believe in living a life of purpose and service to improve the lives of others. But how does this have meaning if this existence is not real? So it's kind of a good question. And so first of all, I want you to know, and I just offer this to you, that your purpose and everyone's ultimate purpose is to realize who you really are. And after that, life will place you exactly where you are meant to be, and you will be living your purpose without you having to have done anything. And that could be a life of giving and service. I know that for me, doing these lives just means everything to me, to connect with everybody. I never imagined that this is what I would be doing, but I felt so inspired to do these. And so your purpose, when you can be free, life will take you there. It really will. And you will have a life that is full of joy, and your life will become crystal clear to you. So let me just look back at the question again. Your ultimate purpose is to realize who you are, and then you will, once you realize that, you will not have to do anything. You will be put in exactly the place that you need to be put in. And you know what? When you talk about a life of service, if you know who you really are, you are having the greatest effect on the world beyond anything you could ever imagine. Because you are emitting all love and all positivity and all joy and happiness, and we are all connected. And all of that is reaching everybody across the planet. So when you have realized who you are, then your purpose, just by your very existence, will be uplifting everybody else on the planet. So, and I've just got one more. Is that okay? I just one more because it's such a good question. Do we always have to take action? This is from Facebook. Do we always have to take action for what we want, or can we manifest without action? Because a few of the things I've manifested, like changing the venue of my school picnic, I did without action, and for getting a chocolate cake, I randomly went to a market and my grandpa bought it. So I wanted to say this, and I talk about it in The Secret, and we have been so orientated toward action that was one of the beliefs. Remember that I said that we have to do something to get something, because you can't get anything for nothing. So you definitely don't have to take action. That is a world belief. It really is. It's a world belief. So I just want you to know that your focus of what you want is stronger and more powerful than any action you could ever take. If you stay focused for 1 minute on something you want, honestly, it's like 10 years of action. So understand the incredible mental power that you have to bring about what you want in the world. Every single thing you do in life is following a thought. You can't do anything without having the thought, first of all, to do it. And so thought always precedes everything else. And so in a nutshell, thought is more powerful than any action you can ever take. And that should help you in your life to just remember that. Okay? So if I didn't get to your question, I'm so sorry, but I hope that this talk has helped you all. I love you all so much. Thank you with all of my heart for joining me today. It's just been such a joy. Love you all, and mwah! Bye. See you soon. Bye. Bye.